What uppers? How's it going? Welcome back to the show. This is You Made Roscoe, and that would be me. I'm Roscoe. And today we're going to be doing a reaction to some stand-up comedy. This is a stand-up or a clip from a stand-up show that features Flip Wilson, the legendary Flip Wilson. And this is, of course, from the 70s. It just says the 70s. It could have pinned down a specific year, but it chose not to. But before we get into this, I do want to ask for anybody who hasn't that they please subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure you hit the notification bell. Also, make sure that you go over to Flip's homepage because we do want to support the artists, whether they're with us in the physical or not. And yeah, Flip, I'm pretty sure he's not with us in the physical, but yeah, no, he's left a lasting impression. He's left a legend. He is one of those like 70s icons that people from my generation, if you're somewhere around my age, then you probably only got to see Flip maybe just a little bit, or probably totally missed his whole career, because his career is probably like dying down or winding down, or he probably passes or something like that before people get to realize like what was going on with him. But I do remember that he had the Flip Wilson show, and the whole Geraldine thing that was going on there. I didn't get to see a lot of that, but I have caught clips, but yeah, no, I'm pretty much a neophyte, in that regard, that I've seen, just a little bit here and there, but not a lot. So let's go ahead and start this. This will be me checking out some stand-up from him really for the first time. So let's do it.
Could we squeeze that story in? I'd really like to do the story. I think they'd like it. I like to squeeze the story.
This is my good friend, as you know.
Dave. Don't say good friend yet. No. Look, we have to wait and see how the story goes because I don't want to jeopardize two careers. This is a pretty heavy story, and I don't want to put you on the limit.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, a black guy.
I have a story I'd like to tell you, and I want to admit in the beginning that this is not a Flip Wilson original. The story was told to me out in front of the commissary by a Mexican guy. So, any appreciation or merit that you feel the story has, let us extend our appreciation to the Mexican people. The scene is a maternity ward, and we find the expectant father. He's pacing up and down, nervous. Nervous, very nervous. And the doctor comes rushing out of the operating room. And the doctor says, "Sir, could we have a seat a moment? I'd like to talk to you." Guy says, "Talk to me?" Says, "Is my wife all right?" Doctor says, "Yes, she's all right." Guy says, "Is the baby all right?" Doctor says, "Yes, the baby's all right." Guy says, "What do you want to talk to me about?" Doctor said, "Well, I'd like for you to have a seat and we can discuss this matter. It's a very heavy subject." Guy says, "The wife's all right, right?" Doctor said, "Yes." So the kid's okay, right? Doctor said, "Yes." So what's there to talk about? Doctor said, "Would you please have a seat?" He says, "Okay." He sit down. He says, "The wife and kid okay, Doc?" Doc said, "Yes, they're fine." Doc said, I'm not sure of just how I should go about dropping this on you."
Yeah, let me pause this for a second. I'm gonna push this back. Let's do like that, right? Yeah, like this right here should be good. And so far I see with Flip, like he has he's not one of those comedians that just he has these one-liners or these immediate jokes. He kind of tells stories. It's kind of reminded me of really off the top of my head, Dave Chappelle, because he does a lot of this now. It's funny, even with the cigarette. And shout out to the sirens who show up at an appropriate time always. So invisible shots. Da-da-da-da-da. There we go. And yeah, no, the storytelling thing and the cigarette, is all Dave Chappelle, or Dave Chappelle, it has jacked Flip Wilson style. Comedians are big about, like joke theft, but nobody talks about like style theft, because I don't think Dave would be stealing no jokes from him, but their style, the storytelling way of doing this. But let's continue.
Says, is my wife all right? Doctor, yes, she's all right. Guy says, is the baby all right? Doctor, yes, the baby's all right. Guy said, what do you want to talk to me about? Doctor said, well, I'd like for you to have a seat and we can discuss this better. It's a very heavy subject. Guy said, the wife's all right, right? Doctor said, yes. So the kid's okay, right? Doctor said, yes. So what's there to talk about? Doctor said, would you please have a seat? Guy said, okay. You sit down. He says, the wife and kid okay, Doc? Doc said, yes, they're fine. Doc said, I'm not sure of just how I should go about dropping this on you. Just drop something on me? What do you want to drop on me? Doc said, well, I guess I should get right to the point. No sense beating around the bush. You tell them what you want to say. Doc said, your wife gave birth to a head. So it's a 2.5-pound head. Perfectly normal, healthy head. I said, but there's no body. I said, no body? Doctor said, no, just a head. Doctor said, now, if you want, you can put it up for adoption. I said, or if you prefer, you can take it home with you. Guy said, I'm gonna take it home. It's my head. Doctor said, look, what are you gonna name it? I said, well, I guess we'll call it Head. So they took Head home. And they were very proud of Head, the father and the mother. And they found...
Let me just push it back just a little bit. They called the motherfucker Head. Like no official name, just lazy, just Head, But first of all, it's a head. Like, why are you just birthing heads with nobody? That's another story. But yeah, no, let's keep it going.
And they were very proud of Head, the father and the mother. And they found it was very convenient to raise a head. More so than a regular kid. Because his mother didn't need a carriage. She'd carry Head around in a bowling ball bag. Yeah. She had holes punched in the side of it for air. Little plastic windows so Head could look out. And his father took him everywhere he went. His father would put him under his arms like a loaf of bread. Just walk around with Head. And going to school. Now, that's really a very, very distinct part of the story. Going to school, Head was very popular in school. All the guys loved Head.
I bet all the guys do. They certainly do. They certainly do. Let's continue.
All the girls liked Head.
Yeah, of course they do. Oh, yeah.
And the teachers were constantly writing letters home saying how good Head was. Head grew. Okay, eventually Head reached his 21st birthday. Father said, Head, you're a man.
Yeah, let me stop this, man. This will be the last time that I do so, but this story went from 0 to 100 real fast, and I don't mean like just in I mean in a lot of ways actually, because one of them it was kind of feeling like it was going in a lame direction. Like I was feeling like this was gonna be lame as hell. And once he gets to the punchline, it may be funny, but still, I didn't have a lot of confidence. But now this is made a 180. This is hilarious, But let's finish out.
Said, I'm gonna take you down to the bar, we're gonna have our first drink together. So his father put head on his arm, took him down to the bar. And he ordered 2 double scotches. And he said, head there on the bar. And he downed his double scotch. And then he poured the double down head. Head's eyes got red. Little rhyme I threw in, Head's eyes got red. Then he started shaking there on the bar. It started bouncing up and down. Then the whole building started shaking. There was a great big puff of smoke. And when the smoke cleared away, there was Head, standing there. He was 206 pounds. Muscles rippling all down his body. A body had popped out from underneath. It had been packed underneath all that time. And the body popped out. Head was about 6'1", weighed about 205, something like that. And everybody in the bar was complimenting him on how beautiful his bill was. And all of a sudden, the doors burst open, and the police come in, and they had dogs, and they had guns and gas and stuff, and they arrested Head. And Head said, well, why are you arresting me? And they said, because you're standing there with no clothes on. We're busting you for indecent exposure. And he said, wow, I should have quit while I was ahead.
Oh man. Oh my God. Yeah. Let me stop this. And wow. My finger got so excited. Oh my goodness. Whew. Okay. That was Flip Wilson. Flip Wilson, excuse me. And that was a great story. A great story. And a very he was a really good storyteller teller, especially well in this one, because this will be my first time checking him out doing stand up for real. Like um I've seen him around in some movies and stuff, and then like I said on from the Flip Wilson show, I've seen clips of that, but yeah, no, never to stand up. And I knew he was a comedian, didn't know how funny he was in that realm, but it looks like this man had a gift, because it's one thing to just tell jokes, to just all right, blah 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 punchline, blah 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 punchline, and but no, to go and tell a story with this, I already look at comedians as not only some of the wiser people and smarter people out here, but I think that they look at the world in a different way. Like they see a lot of things that regular people just don't see, and you could tell when they're telling their jokes, because you would think to yourself after you've heard the joke, like, where did they come up with that from? Or, thinking how amazing it is that they come from, these places that they come from with their creativity. But yeah, just really good stuff. Flip, he snapped with this. This was a funny joke. When he started getting to, when he was at school as a head, That's what it really got. And he kind of the foretold of that beforehand. He foreshadowed that, once, head gets to school, that's when it's really going, that's where the meat of this story goes down, but yeah, no, and then a body pops out from out of nowhere. That was crazy, but um yeah, no, this was hilarious. Two thumbs up. I'm gonna leave, but before I do, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the share button, hit the playlist option. You'll pick the one named Flip Wilson Reactions. I do have a playlist. Well, Flip Wilson Reactions, excuse me, scratch that. Comedy reactions. I'm wilding out. I'm too locked in, too dialed in. But comedy reactions is actually where you'll find this. I'm not gonna make a specific playlist for Flip, unless, there was, a lot of people that just come out of nowhere and, they just want just tons and tons of reactions to Flip, then, that would change that whole thing. But until that happens, it's comedy reaction. So you'll see this and everything else that I've reacted to that's comedy related in that playlist. I do have playlists for the other things. A lot of that is music related, but as you can see, I step outside of that. So just check out the playlist, all of them. Cash App, $, you made Roscoe, PayPal at you made Roscoe. Super thanks option is available for those who like to show their support or appreciation for what's being done on the page. Any donations will be made to those spots. And that's it. I'm done. I will see you guys again soon. So until next time, be safe and be good.